Hey everyone, welcome back to Joel's Books Review channel. My name is Joel, and today I'm going to do a book review by the name of Blue Moon by Li Chao. So you guys have seen my other Li Chao videos. They are, I think, The Midnight Line, The Battle of the Dead by Li Chao and Andrew Chao, and The Sentinels by Li Chao and Andrew Chao. So Blue Moon is obviously part of the Jack Reacher series, but this is one of the final book of what Li Chao wrote. Then after that was The Sentinel, which he co-wrote with his brother Andrew. So this is one of his his own type of book. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Let's get into this book. So what is this book about? Where does it take place? Okay, so this book takes place in a town. It's divided into two territories. It's divided into the Ukrainian side and the Albanian side, which is obviously pretty damn cool and they're gonna have a lot of conflict, right? Obviously that's gonna be because two different type of things, or two different type of people, different type of maybe like leadership. So the Ukrainian leader is named Gregory, and what was he doing at that time of the day that this book begins? He was walking into the Albanian territory. He knows he has no bodyguards because obviously he knows he's not gonna get assassinated by the Albanians, because he is very important to the Albanian leader, which is Dino, but they call it Dino. So his name is Dino, and he has and Gregory has some bad news for Dino. So this is something weird. So they found like two people. Gregory had two people on their side killed, getting found out, and again there's another two people on the Albanian side, Dino's side, that are being killed. So this is very, very bad news for Dino, right? And then there's also something different. There's also a new police commissioner, which is going to change these two sides a lot. So there's that, right? At the same time, Jack Reacher was waiting for a bus. As usual, Jack Reacher, he loves to take the bus. He is always taking the bus in all of his books. And so yeah, while he was waiting for the bus, he got in, and then he sees this old man sleeping. Okay, this is not like weird, right? It's just an old man sleeping. Like, what is so weird about an old man sleeping? This old man has an envelope of cash, full of cash, hanging out of his pocket. So Jack Reacher was obviously a bit confused, but he didn't think much of it, right? Until a younger guy was also staring at the old man. So Jack Reacher was, okay, what is he doing? He was just staring at the envelope. So Jack Reacher has a thought: is this young guy going to rob this old man? Well, in the end, he actually did try to rob it, but obviously Jack Reacher, the hero, was there, and so he saved this old man, who introduced himself as Aaron Shevnik. And so, yeah, Aaron Shevik, sorry. And so, yeah, this is a bit weird, right? So, Jack Reacher offered to help Shevik, but Shevik didn't want to help. He didn't want to burden Jack Reacher. But Jack Reacher says, I'm not burdened. I just want to come here. I just want to help people. He always wants to help. So he ended up dead. So he followed this Aaron Shevnik to the bar, and he waited there for a few minutes until the bartender called him to come back at 6 p.m. So what is this all about? Okay, this is all about because Shevik owed people some money. It was the Albanians. So yeah. So he owed them some money, and then he had to return it because the cash is there to return the money. To return it, to give it to the man waiting at the bar. But at the same time that was happening, the man they were waiting for was getting killed. It was in a very brutal way, because lo and behold, the man who was waiting for the money, was supposed to be waiting for the money, was one of the two that Gregory had mentioned about those two bad news. They had the intel on the thing that they trying to sell to the thing. So he was getting killed. So that is just a small part of the story. So then more people came to ask Aaron Shevik to give some money, but this time it was not himself. Jack Reacher, he tried to sort of get convinced to help the Sheviks, and so he pretended to be Aaron Shevik, because they never really saw the real Aaron Shevik. So why not just pretend to be him to get more intel? And this goes on to much deeper than just, oh, I need to return money, it's just a loan. This is much more deeper than a loan. And so, yeah, Reacher, he actually dug in with some friends from, I think was the bartender, and yeah, Jack Reacher initially just went and asked for this guy called Max Strulenko, which was like, then it confused the Ukrainians and Albanians. Like, why is this ugly big man asking for this Max Strulenko? Yes, both sides call Jack Reacher an ugly big man, big ugly man, which is very funny because I mean he has a lot of like scars, but he's big and they don't want to mess with him. And so this turns to a big giant war. I mean, not really, but Jack Reacher began doing some business for each side without them knowing. So first, Jack Reacher kills 2 Ukrainian guys, and then the Ukrainians thought it was the Albanians. And so that it comes down to a roller coaster fight, right? Until the end where, yeah, things began popping up. So yeah, that is all for today's book review. Sorry it was a bit too fast. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.